Hello and welcome to another exclusive review with me, Alex Belfield, here at celebrityradio.biz, the number one reviewer for theatre in the UK and Las Vegas. This week we're in London for Les Miserables, the all-star stage concert at the Gielgud Theatre for 16 weeks only, starring Carrie, Fletcher, Michael Ball, Alfie Boe, and a wonderful ensemble. The thing about this show, well, it's Les Miserables meets the lighting designer of X Factor. All of the heart is lost and given over to the orchestra, which is a shame. Matt Lucas gets the laughs, but Alfie Boe steals the show with his incredible voice. We're reviewing this show today considering that the most expensive ticket is £202. It's almost a sellout, so we have to judge it as a full West End production, even though it's not. This is not Les Miserables the musical, it's Les Miserables, an orchestra and a group of hugely talented singers singing it. There's little else. We don't even get an old man's wig. Here's the problem with this show. If you love the heart and soul of Les Miserables, you are not going to get it from the concert. People walk on, sing their song, and they walk off. There's no makeup, there's costumes, but they're not going to move you. There's clever lighting and the most bizarre sound I've ever heard in a West End theatre. They're doing it like Grand Opera, where the orchestra is the most important thing in the building. Well, unfortunately, if you're looking for belting Michael Ball, unfortunately, mostly you don't get it. This is the biggest problem for this show, that Michael, unfortunately, doesn't shine. Alfie Boe, on the other hand, does prove he's a world-class tenor and possibly the greatest singer in British history. He's magnificent. Does this compare with the O2 version in front of 18,000 people nearly a decade ago? No, it doesn't. I didn't feel moved. I didn't feel invested. I did feel, though, impressed by the grandeur of the show. Of course you're going to be. It's Les Miserables. The problem I've got with this show is that the touring show is around £60 for a ticket, and you get the full immersive experience. In the West End, you can get a seat for £100, £120. People were paying £202 to sit centre stalls, which is ridiculous, but they're paying it. So, of course, the producers are going to accept. Let's talk about the cast for a bit before we get on to the show itself. Carrie Fletcher is in the show. Of course, an internet sensation. As Fontaine, she did a nice job. Alfie Boe, as we say, is magnificent. The two standout stars, though, who are unknown, is Rob Hutchin, who was brilliant as Marius, and Bradley Jaden, who is one of the most impressive stars of his generation. Just incredible as Endralas. This guy truly is impressive during songs like Red. I was hugely disappointed with Michael Ball tonight. He just didn't raise the roof. I think this was partly down to sound. I don't know what they were doing, but for some reason the orchestra were always louder than the vocalists. I've never heard of this. The first rule of show business, make the vocalists louder than the orchestra and then they can ride the sound. That wasn't the way it was done tonight, which I have to presume was deliberate. Big mistake in my view. Having said that, standing ovation mid-show for Bring Him Home in Act 2. For Alfie Boe, much deserved. This guy is a genius. He is mesmerizing to watch. Unfortunately, though, there was no emotion tonight as he didn't age throughout the show. There's no hair, there's no makeup, there's no dying at the end. There's just Alfie stood there singing the songs. Basically, this is a cash cow for Cameron McIntosh. Whilst he's closed the Queens to turn it into the Sondheim, he's basically just filling the gap at the Gielgud with Les Mis, the concert. And God bless him. People are paying, it's selling out, and they're standing up at the end. Matt Lucas we haven't mentioned so far, but he really was brilliant in this as the comic Panto Dame, as Thénardier, and of course Katie Seacombe, who we've seen and spoken to many times over the years, is just a perfect Madame Thénardier. Brilliant. Together, they're captivating. My only concern with Matt is that he pulls focus. And what I hated about the show, the only thing I hated was where Alfie left character to get a cheap laugh after Master of the House. Here's the thing, if you like Alfie Boe, you're going to love the concert. If you like Michael Ball, you're going to love the concert. If you're going to see Les Miserables as a musical, don't bother. You get nothing from the heart. And let's face it, this is one of the most emotional pieces in musical theatre history. You get none of that at this concert. What you do get is beautiful lighting. It's as if it was produced by X Factor. Let's face it, they've put a lot of money and time into this set and lighting for just a 16-week run, but it's very X Factor. the way they've done it, but there's no heart of the story because it is edited as this is a concert version. The ensemble we should give huge kudos to, who are fabulous. The sound is just incredible. I think there's a little track with the orchestra, but they're incredible too, although too loud mostly. This is a noisy show, and unfortunately there's a couple of moments where Alfie and Michael just scream at each other, which is bizarre and unedifying, and for me ruins the piece. But if you like Les Miserables, certainly go and see this all-star cast, which is the reason it's there, the concert version of Les Miserables at the Gielgud through summer 2019. You'll get the proper production. Well, when I say proper, the new proper production in full back in December. There's no Revolve, though. They've brought the New York production, which is currently on tour, into the West End. That will open in 2019 December, with the tour continuing through 2022. 3-star review, 5-star cast. Alfie Boe's amazing. I'm glad I saw it, but I wouldn't pay £202 a ticket. You've been listening to another review by me, Alex Belfield, here at celebrityradio.biz, where last year we had over 12 million minutes viewed on YouTube. You can check out all of our hundreds of interviews and reviews at www.celebrityradio.biz. Ta-da.